He was the threat, yes, sir.
Will you answer my question? When you aimed and pulled the trigger at Mr. Jean, shooting him in center mass exactly where you are trained, you intended to kill Mr. Jean?
I did.
So much happened in that courtroom earlier today, so let's try and sift through some of this. Joining us now here in studio to talk a little bit more about Amber Guyger's testimony is trial attorney James Bell. Thanks so much for being with us, Mr. Bell. First and foremost, when Amber Guyger was brought up to the stand earlier today, the defense team really talked a lot about her history, her growing up, and the way she was raised. Why is that important for the jury to hear that, you think?
Sure. You want to humanize a defendant as much as possible. You want to tell and allow the jurors to understand as much as they can about a defendant prior to the incident in question. You want them to make her seem, as opposed to being a monster, you want to make her seem as human as possible. What flaws she has, what she went through growing up, etc.
The emotion that we saw, very raw. A lot of people have been talking about that, social media, just the buzz around town about what they saw with her emotion. What do you make of it, and what does the jury take from all of this? How does that affect them?
To me, it didn't seem scripted at all. It seemed very raw. It seemed natural. There wasn't anything, and based on my experience, that looked scripted about it. It was her expressing her feelings, her emotions as the questions came at her. Obviously, the defense had worked with her and had done some mock examinations with her, but notwithstanding that, she still came across as very it wasn't rehearsed. Let me put it to you that way.
Right, okay. All right, well, James Bell, thank you very much for coming in to chat with us a little bit about this. Obviously, so much to sift through. We'll see what happens here in the next coming days. We appreciate your insight.
You got it.
Thank you. Gilma?
Thank you, Ken.